Now examples. Example 1, rolling and unrolling tongue in human being. See, this is a characteristics which is governed by a single gene, and it's a autosomal dominant feature. Means the gene which is governing this phenomena found in autosome and dominant in nature. So rolling tongue means those can roll their tongue like this, and those cannot. So those can roll, they are dominant in character with reference to this allele. And those cannot, they're unrolling tongue, they're recessive in that character. So when people go to marry, they go to find out future spouse. That is called betrothal. So during betrothal, is anybody asking his or her would be spouse whether you can roll tongue or you cannot roll tongue? कोई नहीं पूछता ना. That means with reference to this allele, there is a random mating. Anyone can mate anyone. It means there is no natural selection. If there is non-random mating, means before marrying, you are asking, if you have a roll tongue, I will marry. If you do not have, I will not marry. That is non-random mating. So with reference to this allele, there is no such question. So people do not know whether my spouse will be roll tongue or unrolled tongue. So with reference to this allele, population is in equilibrium. So what is the frequency of these two alleles in the present generation? That will be same frequency in the generations to come. So that is an example of Hadwin-Bagula. Another example, PTC test. Phenyl thiocarbamide test. Thio. It is a chemical. When it is tested, it gives bitter taste. So those can taste this chemical, they get bitter taste. Some individuals, they do not get any taste. So they are recessive, carrying recessive allele for this trait. So with reference to this character, when people are going to get married, nobody asks or nobody carry PTC chemical and give his or her spouse that test it first. कोई नहीं करता. So here also there is random mating. There is no non-random mating. So if you calculate the frequency of this tester and non-tester in the present population, it will be same in the next population, population of next generation. Again, it will be same in the population of next to next generation. So with reference to this allele, there is no evolution. Because these alleles are not changing their frequency. So there is no evolution. Evolution means what? It's a gradual process of change in gene frequency. So this gene, they do not change their frequency. So these are the examples of Hadwin-Bagula. What are the significance of Hardy-Weinberg law? First significance is whether a population is evolving or not evolving. You can identify that. See, before this law to come in population biology, we cannot quantify evolution. We cannot see whether a population is evolving or not evolving. So with the advent of this law, now you can come to know whether a population is evolving or not evolving. ठीक है. Second significance, whether forces of evolution are operating on a population or not. That also known today with this law. Whether forces of evolution are operating on a population, that can be known. So this law has revolutionized the study of evolution. What is other significance? With the help of this law, today we can calculate carriers of a recessive disorders in a population. So by calculating the carriers of recessive disorders in a population, you can control that disorders. That means it has immense contribution to check hereditary diseases in a population. कैसे? For example, sickle cell anemia. If you know percentage of normal people, normal person, suppose this is 60% or 0.6, means capital is 0.6. You can come to know carriers frequency. How? See, A equal to P. So P equal to P plus Q equal to 1, you know. You know the frequency of capital P. So what will the frequency of carrier? %48. That means it is very high frequency. Now, you can make a law that before marriage, you have to produce medical certificate, whether you are a carrier of a particular disease, for example, thalassemia, or not. Now, the law also says a carrier cannot marry another carrier. Then affected persons cannot be born. If carrier is meeting normal individuals, they cannot produce affected person. So, British population had been suffering from thalassemia few decades back. The frequency of diseased person was around 30%. 30% was affected. ठीक है. So with the help of this Hadwin-Burg law, they calculated frequency of carrier. तो इसका 42% carriers. It is very high percentage. So they made laws like you have to produce certificate compulsorily at the time of marriage about the status of thalassemia. Now, if you are carriers, you cannot marry another carrier. By taking all these measures, British population has reduced the disease of thalassemia below, not below, around 2%. So from 30% to 2%. It is a viable percentage. It will not cause harm to the population. If it goes below 1%, that means there is no diseased person. That means there is no allele for thalassemia. It is also not good for the population. It will reduce genetic diversity. And you know, those are thalassemia carrier. They also have increasing immunity against malaria. Who knows that British population is not going to suffer from malaria in future? So if this allele is completely eliminated from the population, it will be a threat to the population. So if there is malaria become endemic in Britain, this allele will help them because it has not been eliminated from the population. It is still present. So we are not concerned about malaria and thalassemia. We are concerned that how with the help of this allele, so this law, we can control genetic disorders. That is the biggest contributions in the field of medical science. So these are the significance of Hadwin-Burg law. So far, evolution study was qualitative in nature. But this law has made it quantitative study. So therefore, it has made revolution in the field of evolution, in the study of evolution. ठीक है, ये है आपका Hadwin-Burg law. निमोनिया नहीं, मलेरिया, हिमोफिलिया. कौन? नहीं नहीं, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ऑफ रॉयल फैमिली, आई एम टॉकिंग ब्रिटिश population in general. Royal family has a problem of hemophilia. Even with the help of this law, you can also check the spread of hemophilia. First, you identify frequency of hemophilic carrier. So if it is very low, no need to check. If it is very high, then check it. So you have got Hadwin-Burg law. This is frequently asked. And if you can write this answer with this frame, then at least 80% marks will be given. So when there was 60 marks, this question means more than 50 marks. अगर मतलब ये क्वेश्चन आ जाए, सिंथेटिक थ्योरी आ जाए, 2 क्वेश्चन विल मेक यू आइस, एक 100 प्लस आ जाएगा. So, is there any doubt or problem in this topic? डिफिकल्ट लगा? कर लेगा? अच्छा